Oh, Bo. Where do we start? First of all, can we give some credit on the front end to Renier De Ridder and how fucking good he looked? I feel like a lot of the story post-fight has been about Bo and not the fact that Renier De Ridder did exactly what he needed to do and had the perfect game plan just picking at that body of Bo, saw it early and did it often. I mean, really impressive stuff and a guy that I didn't give a lot of credit for. Truth be told, I didn't really go back and watch his ONE FC fights, so I didn't get the full picture of Renier De Ridder. It was just kind of from the Gerald Meerschaert fight and the Kevin Holland fight. And he didn't look great in the Gerald Meerschaert fight. He'll tell you that. But he's put together quite the resume so far. Finished Gerald Meerschaert, finished Kevin Holland quick, and then disposed of Bo Nickal. Those knees were fucking nasty. Landed 91 of 104 total strikes. Majority of that straight to the body of Bo Nickal. It wasn't a one-shot hitter-quitter. I mean, digging. Looks like 13 out of 14 significant strikes to the body and 15 in the clinch. Minimum. Those are just significant. I don't know what the other, 60 strikes concluded of, but it wasn't a ton of head work. I mean, really impressive stuff, but that leaves you Bo Nickal. Of course, the hype train is derailed, sure. I'm still a rider, though, dog. I'll be honest, I'm still a rider. I think Bo can build back from this. And he had a really good interview with Ariel Helwani where, it looked like he drank a little bit of that humble juice. He understood that there was positions with his limited fight experience that he just wasn't ready for. When when Renier got him in that clinch and started digging that body, he did not see that coming. It's the first time I'm sure he's experienced it. Definitely in his pro fight career. Who knows about practice, but wasn't ready for it. And he owned up to it. He said, I've lost before. I'm going to grow from here. But the question you got to ask yourself is, what do you do with Bo Nickal now? Renier De Ridder was a step up, but it didn't seem at the time like it was that crazy of a step up. He was still a 3-1 favorite. So you got to look in the mirror a little bit with Bo Nickal and think, who's out there to develop this guy, because that's what you're doing at this point. It's no longer the hype train that it was, straight to the top, 3 fights away maybe. We're now like, okay, hit the brakes, what are we going to do with Bo Nickal? And I've heard some rumblings a couple different ways, just not anything serious, of course, but just people saying, giving out matchups. I saw Sharp Bullet as an option. I've seen Michel Pereira, who after Bo's fight with Cody Brundage, Michel Pereira is my pick for next. Just because, the way he got kind of disposed of with Anthony Hernandez, truthfully, I thought it would be an easy win. Michel Pereira is holding a top 15 spot. I thought Bo could go take that fairly easily with the way that he looked against Anthony Hernandez, but also he didn't look great against not Nasruddin. Who did he just fight? God, who did he just fight? Don't tell me. Don't you fucking tell me right now. It was like 2 weeks ago. Ikram Al-Askarov. It's in that. I'm in the right range here. Not Nasruddin, not Ikram. But his name is Abus Magomedov. Didn't look great in that Abus Magomedov fight. I still think that could be a quality fight. Torres Finney said something about it. I don't really, Torres Finney, if you know him, he's literally head in your nuts fucking. He's a big bulky motherfucker, but he's just head in the nuts wrestler. Just had a really kind of boring fight with Robert Valentine, who can be a fun fighter, but Torres is really just kind of a hold and pray type of character, which may be interesting. He's got an interesting body type. Be tough to take down. Torres Finney would be interesting. I thought Jack Hermanson might be an interesting matchup. He's got a similar wrestling pedigree. But we just saw him turn back Joe Pyfer. It's not like he got nothing to do, but a nice 3-rounder. I think that would be an interesting matchup. But then you got like the Chris Curtises out there. You got I thought Kevin Holland could be fun. Also think that's a winnable matchup. Kevin Holland, especially at 185, seems to, you want to match him up with a striker. But who's to say? You know, he's got nasty submissions off his back and he fucking cracks. So it could be an interesting one. And he's always fighting. So, you know, we might be 3 Kevin Holland fights away from a Bo Nickal return. Gerald Mearshart, like, you got to go back, but he's still a big name, is he not? Like, he's still a quality name out there. So you still want it to be fun. As much as you do want to just kind of rebuild Bo Nickal, you still want it to be fun. So in an interesting spot, credit to Renier De Ridder for what the fuck he put on, because that was really impressive. But I'm not hopping off the hype train of Bo Nickal, but I'm not going to give a hard stance like I did in this last video. I'll take credit where I was wrong. I said 0% Renier De Ridder was going to win this fight, and boy, was I fucking wrong, dog. So I'll take that credit. I'll take the criticism. Give it to me, not Bo. But interesting spot for Bo Nickal, and credit to Renier De Ridder. That was a fucking beautiful performance.